We're going to be working on pivot drills. Pivot drills are designed to either avoid quickly or to turn to engage. Just different concepts. So how we get to basic understanding is you can just put your hands on your hips and then realize this is where a lot of your energy and power comes from. Okay? It's not with your leg, it's the hips. The hips drive the motion. So basic practice that we're going to do is you're going to take your right hip and pull it back. So it's like turning your whole body and pulling it back. Your right hip behind you. So idea is don't step there. Stepping's not there. You drive it with your hip. So drive it and turn. Imagine someone's kicking right in front of you. They're kicking right towards you. So to avoid it, you got to turn. So turn your body and then come back. So idea, the hip swings back, or the opposite side swings back. We're just going to do 10 with the right side. Simple little drill. Okay? The right side goes to the back. Ready? Each. And then come back. When you go over, don't step back. Practice with the hips. Pivot and pivot. Okay, that's number one. Ready? Here we go. Ichi. Ni. Sun. Shi. Go. Roku. Sichi. Hachi. Ku. Ju. Okay. Little warm up. Now this time, when you turn, don't just look this way. You can look this way, but maybe keep an eye on who's kicking, who's attacking you. So when you pivot back, you're still on target. Okay, so this time we're going to take our left side, and again, it's not a step. It's not a step back. It's not slide your leg back. It's this hip pulls fast. Someone takes your belt and pulls you back, then turns your whole body, and then you come back. Okay, here we go. Left side. Ready? Each. Ni. Sun. Shi. Go. Roku. Sichi. Hachi. Ku. Ju. Yame. A lot of power is in these hips, in our transition movements. So when we pivot, it's the hips. You'll see this in your katas. A drill that you may do, you're going to be stepping and then turning. So when you turn, it's just don't step and plant your foot and turn your body. That's too slow. What you got to do is move quick. So how to move quick is engage your hips into the motion. Okay, maybe be a good dancer. So another drill we're going to do, just in hip rotations, hip drills, pivot drills, is going to be, you're going to take your right leg, step across the front of your body. So it's in line with your left side. Your back leg now is going to come all the way around and be in front, behind you. So back leg becomes a front leg. We're going to face behind. Just watch. Back leg, all the way around. So when I pivot, the same thing happened. I pivoted with my hip and it torqued me around. Okay? So again, I'll do it, is I'll step my back leg. Now I'm ready to fight behind me. Again, step and pivot around. So its idea is around. Think figure eight. A figure eight, across, all the way back around, and we're going to be turning our body in a figure eight type idea of a drill. Okay? So, very simple, left leg forward. We'll go slow. You can have your hands up. So step. Now, make sure that it's in line. This back leg is going to go right back to where that leg was. Okay? I was back here. I stepped. My back leg is going to go around. My back leg steps in front. My back leg comes around to the front. Everything's about back leg to the front, back leg all the way around. So we're going to be doing 10 of those. If you're not sure, I'll demonstrate sideways so you can see. My back leg steps in front of my left side of my body. My left leg, my back leg, comes all the way around, and I'm ready to engage the person behind me. So it's just a round and back. So again, I step in front, my back leg pivots all the way around. It's a hip that drives, and I'm ready to engage behind me. So that's our drill. Here we go. Left leg forward. We're going to do slow. Each. Knee. Sun. She. Go. Rope. Sichi. Hachi. Ku. Ju. Ichi. Ni. Sun. Shi. Go. Roku. Sichi. Hachi. Ku. Ju. Okay. If you're not planting and landing, and maybe you're just doing a big turn with your leg like this. You're here, you take your big leg and swing it around. No, that doesn't work. Or you take your back leg and you think, oh, sensei, I can get there faster. I just have to change legs. You change sides, so don't do that. Okay, now we'll put our right leg forward. Same drill. We step, my back leg goes all the way around, and I land. I step, my back leg goes all the way around, and I land. Remember, on guard, you're always thinking every time you turn, there's an opponent there, enemy. Ready? So, right leg forward, step, turn. One more time, watch. Step, pivot and turn. Okay, remember, make sure it's a pivot with the hips, not stepping. Okay, here we go. We're gonna do 10 of these, maybe 20. Ready? Each. Knee. Sun. She. Go. Roku. Sichi. Hachi. Ku. Ju. Ichi. Ni. Sun. Shi. Go. Roku. Sichi. Hachi. Ku. Ju. Always ready to fight. Okay, so simple pivots. Pivots are always done, and we think it's a fast transition. It's a movement. We have a lot of these. When we started our kata, one of our katas, Gekisai Daichi, it's a first movement. Just think about feet only. It's not just a step back over here. It's a pivot. It's a pivot and step. Everything's about pivots, okay? So pivot drills are important, but they're found in a lot of our katas, so we got to work on our pivots. So again, you can think of maybe a defense, kick come at you, pivot and block. Just drop your arm, pivot and block. Drop your arm, pivot and block. Drop your arm, pivot and block. Okay, so we can do that. So we do 10 of those, alternating sides. Okay, back to the first drill. So this time, you're gonna drop your arm, your left leg, so opposite side is gonna pivot back, and this just pushes away the kick, okay? So down, pivot, push, come back. Down, pivot, push, come back, okay? Simple, okay? Here we go. Ichi. Ni. Sun. Shi. Go. Roku. Sichi. Hachi. Ku. Ju. So when I do those, I drop my arm, the kick's coming at me, I push it away, I come back, then I'm ready to engage, okay? Very simple pivot drills. Okay, right.